Okay, I'm back. Fuck, I'm back. Alright. Are you ready? Are you ready for the blackout? Okay? That's what we're talking about today on the Shooter Brown channel. Nope, I don't even have it. See, you thought it was about to be something like that drops, like a intro or something. Yeah, I ain't got one. Sorry. So here's what it is, right? What up, what up, what up? Alright. So it's crazy nowadays. Everybody's talking about this blackout that could go down. Okay? That's right. What's up, y'all? I'm back. Sorry about the last live feed. My kids kept calling me. It was World War III between the kids and shit. You know, apparently. So, oh, turn the sound up. Oh, my bad. I have my Bluetooth on like an idiot. Can you guys hear me now?
Fucking time.
Can you hear me now? Am I good? Okay, so let me go back. Okay, are you ready? I gotta do everything all over again because the audio was horrible. Anyway, yeah, I can't do regular tinfoil hat videos because I got somebody else in here playing videos in the background. Douche. Anyway,
Shit, man, do your shit.
are you ready for the blackout? Okay, are you ready for the blackout?
I want my gun.
Okay, this guy. Yeah, we all want more guns. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, everybody's talking about this blackout that's supposed to be coming. Okay, I can take my glasses off for this so you guys can see my eyes. All right, everybody's talking about this blackout that's coming and what's supposed to go down. Okay, you got all kinds of shit happening and nobody's even ready for it. Nobody's talking about it. Okay, nobody's talking about it. And the thing about it is, they need to be. Prepare yourself for what might happen. I mean, think about this, okay? Boom, you go outside to get some fresh air in the middle of the night, or you look out your window of your apartment, okay? Or your truck, and you're riding down the freeway, and then boom, everything shuts down. Do you have the gear you need? Does your family have the food they need to survive a blackout? And I'm not talking about, oh snap, the power's off, and then 2 hours later, bzz, everything kicks back on. No, I'm talking about a series of catastrophic events, some cataclysmic chain of events that happens that makes the power go out. EMP, solar flare, okay? The McRib is back, like whatever, okay? Are you ready? Is there certain equipment that you can have on deck that can help you and your family be squared away in the event that there's an EMP, okay? Now, I don't know if you guys have been watching my Facebook posts, because even though I have been making videos, I've been on Facebook, okay? And I've been on the gram, somewhat. All right, but anyway, just in case you haven't, I'm subscribed to a channel. This guy is called the Canadian Prepper, okay? You might want to subscribe to his channel because he gives really good views and opinions and stories, not stories, but conversation, thought processes, food for thought for things that might go down in a grid down scenario, okay? Here's his channel right here. You might not be able to see it because of the glare, but it's right there, Canadian Prepper. Just type in Canadian Prepper, okay? I can't do everything for you, okay? Canadian Prepper, all right? Sometimes when we're sitting still, we sit here, well, I sit here and listen to it. That means by default, he listens to it, okay? He has his own little theories of what you might need, da-da-da-da-da. And you have to be able to survive, okay? Survival is gonna be of the fittest. And if you're not fit to survive, then, well, you might as well stick your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye, because it's a wrap, okay? It's a wrap. When the power goes out, think about this, all right? How much water do you have at the crib, okay? How much food you got that will last, like, without a refrigerator, okay? I'm telling you, it's real stuff that could go wrong, and everybody's living their life. Everything's all freaking good to go until the trucks stop moving. I mean, think about this. We communicate through the internet. The internet goes down, phones ain't gonna work. Freaking, you can't get money out the ATM. It's all bad. Do you have enough money pulled out of the bank, like in an envelope or in a box or something in your crib, so you can have a couple dollars on hand? Because if you went totally cashless, that means that you're totally broke when the grid goes down. That kind of shit, you know. So I just want to fucking bring that up and see what you guys thought, you know, because I think that, you know me, I love my precious metals: gold, silver, brass, and lead. Okay, those are my freaking precious metals.
That's
you know,
that's your trading components right there.
Yep.
I said that's your trading material right there.
Exactly. You know, you better have as much as you can of all that. You know, I mean, I'm talking about serious amounts. 15, 20,000 rounds of 5.56 will be damn good when the grid goes down and you need to barter or something like that. You know, or just to have on hand at the crib. I feel like 10,000 rounds, 15,000 rounds is good for the house, but that's not enough to trade with, because I mean, you never know how long it's going to be before you can come across more ammo. You know, it depends on what type of weapon systems you got. You one of those people who gets those oddball calibers, like, oh, I got a 10 millimeter. Like, who the hell has a 10 millimeter? You know what I mean? Like, people have them, but they're not going to be as readily available as a 9 millimeter. You know what I'm saying? 5.56, you know, 7.62 if you got an AK, but 9 millimeter, 22. If I were you, if you're not really like into like storing a bunch of ammo because you don't have the money, get yourself an AR-15 but that shoots 22s. 22 ammo is dirt cheap. And guess what happens? What do you call somebody who got hit by a 22 round? Shot. Like, you're still shot. You might need to be shot more times, but you're still fucking shot. You know what I mean? Right or wrong though. You know?
It's true.
You know, I mean, and 22 ammo is dirt cheap. Like, you ain't got no excuses. You know, and you can get on what was it, smithandwesson.com, something like that, whatever the Smith & Wesson website is. You can go get a Smith & Wesson AR-15 M&P platform for like $400. Come on, you'll blow that in like 3 weeks on food on the road, so you ain't got no excuses. You know, that's right, Adam, shoot him in the face. So that's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, you got to make things that are for your budget that can last, because you can get online right now, go to cheaperthandirt.com and pick up, you know, 5, 10,000 22 rounds for the low ski. You know, they're really small, they're lightweight. You put one of those in a 22 MP5, you know, you got something, especially with a drum. Yeah, you can plink, 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 plink. Hey, I'm telling you, I don't want to get shot by a 22. Get the bouncing around off your rib cages and shit. Like, no, I'm good. You know, I'm telling you. Yep, 12 gauge, 38s are common. And some people say, oh, you got to have this. You don't have to have expensive ammo. Like, I buy Target ammo. Like, I don't care. For my shotgun, I got a Mossberg 500. Pump action, no stock. Okay? I get the cheap Target ammo. Like, you're still shot. You know? You're still shot. So, at the end of the day, there's no need to go all super expensive. You know? There's no need to go super expensive. What about an M16? M16 AR-15s, they shoot 5.56. You know? But what I'm talking about right now is cheap ammo. You know what I mean? Cheap ammo. I'm telling you. Ball ammo is heavy and carries a lot of energy. That's true. That's true, but you get hit by a target round, you're still shot. And they're cheaper. I'm not talking about, you know, because see, a lot of times people look at this gun thing like fashion. I'm not talking about the fashionistas of running and gunning. I'm talking about people who just want to live like till tomorrow. Somebody brought up a good point. First Gen Trucker, he says solar panels. Okay, there's this company, I meant to bring that up. Canadian Prepper was talking about it. All right, and it's called they make solar panels and stuff that that go to this. Wait, I'm trying to find it right now, so you got to bear with me. Okay, you got to bear with me on this one. What is it called? iNergy. iNergy has this totally independent generator that doesn't run on fuel. Okay, you charge it, which before you say that doesn't make any sense. If I don't have electricity, how the fuck am I charge a generator? You can get these solar panels, okay, and it charges in like 10 hours. You know what I mean? Let me see. Off-grid power, yeah, so if you get on Canadian Prepper's channel, it's called the iNergy Kodiak. That's what it's called.
Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. So today on the channel we got a really big announcement. The iEnergy company who makes the Kodiak power generator that I've been using.
The Kodiak power generator. I can't play his video because, you know, YouTube and the drama. You know what I mean? But go to Canadian Prepper. All right. He doesn't know me from a can of black paint, so don't be like Shooter sent me. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the comment section though, and put a link to my channel, just because, you know what I mean, I'm shooting them out, so you can at least hook me up like that. You know, I'm telling you. But you can also get an AR platform that shoots 9 mils. Okay, you can get an AR platform that shoots 12 gauge AR shotguns. They got those too. If you're familiar with the ergonomics of a AR-15, you know, the charging handle, you know, the magazine release, safety and everything. If you're used to that platform, you're ergonomically correct with it and everything straight, you can get them in different calibers, you know, and it's squared away. Definitely squared away. I'm trying to find the solar panel thing that he was talking about. Off-grid power. Here it is. He has a video called military grade portable power system, power film. Okay, there's this company called Power Film. They make foldable solar paneling shits that you can plug up to your iEnergy Kodiak. Now, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is not cheap. Okay, this technology is not cheap. Like, all together it's gonna run you like 3 bands. It is what it is. Sorry. Okay, it's gonna run you 3 bands. I'm gonna get one, you know what I'm saying, for the crib and all that. But all together, like, you're gonna run you like maybe 1,500 for the Kodiak and about another 1,500 for the Power Film. Okay, but it folds up. You know what I mean? The solar panels, like, it's like a sheet of them, and it folds up. Okay, it's water resistant. I wouldn't necessarily call it waterproof, but it's water resistant, picks up low light, and with this you can charge your whole iEnergy system in 10 hours. And then that means that you got this little juju box that can provide power to your house without making any noise. See, that's the thing. Like, some people say, hey, you gotta get a generator. Yeah, okay, but by the time you go out there and you know what I mean, you go through all that, now guess what? People know you got a generator because it's loud. Okay, there's so many drawbacks to fossil fuel power generators. They make a lot of noise. People know you got power. You know, it's a bunch of drama. One of these little juju boxes, the Kodiak iEnergy, okay, like, you can plug your stuff into it and it doesn't make any noise. You see what I'm saying? You got to stay woke. You got to stay woke. You know, don't laugh. You got to stay woke. You know what I mean? So what about food storage? All right, so I'm gonna tell you like this. Food storage is, you got to get there's certain name brands that are out there. All right, like Mountain House. There's was a few of them, you know, but look up long-term freeze-dried foods. Okay, freeze-dried foods is like the things that you could buy and you stick them in the cut and they last like a lot of times, a lot of years. Okay, like 25-30 years worth of stuff, you know. So we'll get into all that, and all you got to do is add water, like Lance said. You just add water and, you know, you're good to go. Okay, add a little hot water, hit it with a juju fork, boom, eat it up. You know, you can also get MREs, but honestly, to keep it real, MREs are expensive. You know, like a box of MRE meals are like $100 something for like 12. You know, it's kind of expensive. But there's also this machine that you can get by the Harvest Foods company that freeze dries foods. Like, you put your food in there and it'll freeze dry it, and you can fucking store it in these little juju bags, vacuum all the air out. Then once you cut it open later on, when the grid goes down, you just add water, stir it up, and then you're good to go. You know, what about air conditioning? Yeah, look, some shit you got to give up. Okay, some shit you got to give up. I'm sorry, you know, I don't have all the answers. You got to stay woke. Okay, you got to stay woke. The Yeah, the mountain house buckets and things like that. But like I said, you gotta start prepping. This ain't something that you want to get when the shit hits the fan. This is like an ongoing prepping thing. You know, you gotta have fire starters, wood stoves, freaking flints and stuff to make fires. You know, 550 cord, copper wiring, claymores. Like, I don't know what you might want, but all I'm saying is that you want to have this stuff on hand, and you want to buy it a little bit at a time, so you don't, you know, so you don't break your bank on the way there. But I'm telling you, you have to do it. At the end of the day, being prepared is not something that happens on that day. You see what I'm saying? Trump is building that wall. What do you think about that? Well, I'm not really a political person because I believe all presidents are puppets. Okay, that part's part of my tinfoil hat shit. But my thing is this. I have a question. Okay, why is there such a major urgency to build this wall right now? And why is it that I feel like this wall is going to keep more people in when shit hits the fan and then stop people from coming in? You see what I'm saying? I believe it's going to keep more people in than out. Because what if things hit the fan, and then, you know, you gotta get out of fucking Texas. You try to run down to Mexico, something like that. Bam, fence. Walls work both ways. You better ask Germany, when Berlin and all that shit. You know, I'm telling you, man. It's crazy. Now Russia is talking about shutting down their internet. Okay, y'all ain't woke. Y'all don't know nothing about this. You know, what's the cause for the blackout? The blackout could be a cause of an EMP, solar flare, nuclear bomb going off, whatever. You know, it's a lot of things. You know, why is it only being built on the southern border? That's my question. You know why. He knows why. We know why. Okay. This is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, nobody's gonna sit here and say this out loud, but why are you trying to keep all the Migos out? You got to stay woke, okay? You got to fucking stay woke. Why can't you just walk across the border out of Canada? They bring weed out of Canada too, you know? They bring drugs out of Canada. There's assholes up there, you know? But you got to understand that his political base hates Mexicans. So that's just what it is. You know, keep all the brown people out, then, you know, that's just what it is, what I think. You know, think about this. Everybody's talking about the southern border. Nobody said shit about the beefing up security for the northern border. You know, nobody said anything about that. You can walk across the border in North Dakota. You know, I'm telling you. Ain't nobody trying to escape to Tijuana or Juarez. Yeah, you say that because there's nothing to escape. But if something was to hit the fan that big and you trying to get out of here, that wall is going to keep you in. Let's say you was just trying to get to the river. Let's say you're trying to get to the Rio Grande. You're done. You're stuck there. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Okay? Let me see. What about the Asians being boated across the Pacific? Exactly. Has nothing to do with keeping them out. It's about money grab. Yeah. Shooter pink now that you're reefer. Hatred. He said, damn, you tripping. Damn, Shooter, you tripping, fool. How am I tripping? Tell me where my logic is flawed. And even if it is, what if I'm right, though? See, here's the thing. My logic is only flawed, or something's I'm saying stupid shit until I'm right. You only got to be right once. You know, that guy who says the aliens are coming is wrong for 50 years until his 51st birthday and there's a UFO in the sky fucking beaming people up. You know, that's all I'm saying. Like, you only got to be, I'm glad I'm wrong. Okay? Okay? I'm glad I'm wrong. You know, I'm telling you, everyone will be trying to come to America, top of the food chain. First of all, we are top of the food chain. I don't know. We're behind in a lot of things. Education, healthcare. You know, we're behind in a lot. Like, we have you ever heard of the term delusions of grandeur? Americans have that because we don't have our infrastructure is falling apart. Okay, our government is so worthless that we just keep fighting amongst ourselves. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. You know? This is all I'm saying. Are you talking about a worldwide blackout or just in the States? This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about things that could happen here. Okay? I'm telling you. I'll be glad to be wrong and glad when I'm right too. Yeah, you know. I'm telling you, all those socialist systems will collapse. I don't know. China's been China for a long time. You know what I'm saying? China's been a dictatorship for a long time, and then back then it was empires, and they've been around. Yep. You know, you got a lot of stuff going on that's been around for a long time. You know, and some stuff acts like it's a republic or acts like it's a democracy, and it's really not. You know, sometimes they give you the illusion of choice. You know, but you got to stay woke. You know what I'm saying? All the Trump supporters I know don't hate Mexicans. I don't know how many Trump supporters you know, and I'm not gonna make this about Trump. I'm just saying in general. You know, he's trying to fulfill a campaign promise. This is my view. Okay, if you don't like it, fucking hit the X. I don't know.
I don't think it's a campaign promise. I think it's just
It's definitely a
monument
campaign
in his name.
Yeah, but
He
I
want-
mean,
he wants something to be a monument as his presidency.
he built the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think it is.
I believe he's really trying to do it because he said he would do it. Like I don't see how it's any less simple than that.
I think it's his ego, bro.
His ego?
He's got to build a wall as big as his ego, and he wants something that's gonna last around.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
And even if they end up tearing it down, there's still gonna be some piece of it just sitting there as a monument to history. His name ain't ever gonna die. I think that's what he wants.
Could be right. What do you guys think? Oh, Adam says spot on. You know what I'm saying? Like your channel, just saying. Appreciate that, man. You know? But yeah, Trump's base hates Mexicans. Nope. Just want laws already in place, enforced. If a wall is needed, it is what it is. I don't think a wall is needed. The reason he's trying to build a wall, you gotta understand something. The reasons he's putting out for the wall being built is not, you know, I don't even know how I got on this. Okay, I talk about conspiracy theories, but you know what I'm saying. But I got to now that you said something, I got to say something too. So it's like this, right? I think that the average, I know a lot of Trump supporters. Okay, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not nothing. I'm fucked up. That's what I am. Okay, I'm a fucked up conspiracy theory veteran. That's what I am. Okay, honestly, I believe that the aliens would get here before World War III. That's just my thing. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, I believe that the reasons that he's putting out for building it is not the reasons why it's going to actually be built. You understand what I'm getting at? I believe that this whole thing is a big lie, bro. I think that something's gonna happen and we're gonna be trapped in here because of it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not about the drugs. Think about this. We can fly across the water, kick in somebody else's country's front door, but we can't go down to Mexico and knock off the cartels. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because we're afraid of Mexican relations. You know what I mean? Come on, let's keep it real. Anytime we go and do something, it has something to do with money. Okay, I follow the money, bro. You know, and I believe something's gonna happen to where this wall is gonna be needed to maintain some type of order. You see what I'm saying? I believe it's to keep us in. You know, at the end of the day, people are gonna get tired of the bullshit. Maybe a civil war, something's gonna break out. People are gonna try to hightail it out of here. But guess what? You can't jump that fence. You know? I don't know. You know, this is all I'm saying. You know, at the end of the day, also remember, most of us voted for the guy because we were tired of the BS on both parties. Rather have someone stir some shit up than to keep dealing with what we had for the past 40 years. Okay.
We wanted changes in money. We thought he could do it.
Well, yeah, I could agree with that. I think that, I believe that we should just do away with the Federal Reserve. That's what I think. But, you know, don't get me started.
They're already doing away with the 401k, so.
They're doing away with all your shit.
And your social.
You see what I'm saying? They're doing away with cash.
So
they're doing away with everything, bro.
Away with the Federal Reserve.
So somebody somewhere in a big juju think tank box can be like, okay, let's just boop, push the button. Now the money's gone. You see what I'm saying? Because first of all, they done screwed up our money, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's over. The dollar is worthless. Like, this fuel prices are not going up. The money is being devalued, you know? That's all I'm saying. You know, he said embrace the chaos. Oh, I will.
Okay.
I'm armed. I'm not worried
Here's the
about
question: Is America a provider or a consumer?
it. Well, it depends on what you mean by provider and consumer.
What do we have to offer if we delete our cash? What do we have to give as
we don't export anything but money.
Exactly. So are we a
It's soybeans.
consumer or a provider?
We're both. We're more of a consumer though.
Okay, so if we delete that money, what are we going to use to be top of the food chain out here?
No. What I'm saying is when I say that they're deleting the money. First of all, understand something. Okay, the banks, the Federal Reserve is a private bank. This is not the only country that they deal with. You see what I'm saying? Our so-called Federal Reserve also implements policy through monetary warfare. Okay, that's what this whole thing is about. You got to understand that right now the U.S. dollar is a reserve currency of the world. Okay, it's called the Petrodollar system. Yeah. Once that system collapses, and you got to understand, China, Russia, all these other people, they're getting away from it. That's why things is getting so tense. You see what I'm saying? Because all these dollars that we have out in reserve are going to start coming back, and now we have what they call inflation. Okay, and we have all these dollars, but since we have so many of them, individually they're worth less.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what the whole shit's about. It's about money, man. It's about money and power, okay? And what's gonna happen is that when the grid goes down, see, here's what I think it is, okay? Look, go ahead, you got me started. All right, here's what it is, okay? Look, we are in $23 trillion in debt. We can't pay that money back. That's $1 billion 23,000 times, okay? So we can't pay that back. This money has to be done with. That's why you have the advent of these digital currencies and things like that that's popping up all of a sudden. And they're finding ways to move money on the blockchain. Because the dollar on a long enough timeline is over. Fiat currency, no matter what it is, it fails. Period. Every fiat currency fails. You know what I mean? Unless it's backed by something, which our money is not anymore, then it's a wrap. That's why right now it's backed by oil. Why do you think we keep having all these wars? These wars are not about the Muslims trying to kill us. The war is, if you think about this, okay, every country who has decided to go outside of the petrodollar system, we have went to war with. You know what I mean? It was Saddam Hussein in Iraq. Okay? Then you got fucking what's my man out in Syria? Bashar al-Assad. If you look at all these countries that we're going through, Afghanistan, all these places that we went to war with, and then you look up how many countries have tried to trade outside of the petrodollar system, you'll see the same names. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. This little tantrum Trump is having it, I don't know, it's having it some bull. I don't know what that means, okay? Let me see. It's about natural resources and planting our flag. What?
Go up, bro. Go up.
Maybe I didn't catch the first part of that. Okay. And other countries are selling off U.S. stocks and bonds. True. Yep. Everything has money more than before. You know, economic war is a real thing. Make China more expensive to manufacture in. It comes back home. War is profitable, and we will win. Hopefully, but you got to understand something. If you look at the advances of China's economic power, you will be amazed at what the things that they're accomplishing. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not for the whole dictatorship, but those Chinese people are fucking efficient. Okay? Does it suck for the Chinese people, some of the stuff they're doing? Yeah. Does it suck for Laos and other countries around there? Yeah. But they're efficient. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of things going on over there that I wish it could go on here, as far as how quickly they redo their roads and things like that. And it's not so much of a jump back and forth. They have a centralized government. It makes it easier to build. Yeah, I'm not saying that we need one of those. All I'm saying, you know, they got more of everything than we do. They exporting so much shit, they're fucking up their oxygen. Like, it's crazy. They're over there selling cans of air for $5.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. It's weird. It's weird.
They're buying cans of air or jars of air from us.
Yeah.
For like $100 and stuff like that.
You ever seen that movie Total Recall? I'm not talking about the new shit. I'm talking about the old shit with Schwarzenegger where his face came apart and shit like that. You know. So yeah, that's just what it is. You know. Shooter for president 2020. You don't want me for president, okay? Because I'm spilling all the beans on everything. I'm going to, okay, look, going down to Area 51.
He'll take that convertible ride real quick.
He take that convertible ride in Dallas. They're gonna knock me off, bro. They're gonna knock me off.
Hey, we're going to Dallas.
They had cheap labor for decades in China. Their standard of living has rose. Coal population. Their advantage has faded. Maybe, but I don't know. You know, I'm not saying it has not faded. All I'm saying is that they are someone to worry about. As a country, that is a world power to consider. Okay. Now my question is, why is Russia testing their infrastructure for a blackout? You ain't think nobody read about that? I don't know. You know, I read about that. I don't have answers. I just got questions. Okay. That's all I'm saying. If you want to know what's going on, follow the money. You know. You know. If they're paying for air, is that wasting air? You know. That's no, it's not wasting air because they need it. They're, you know, their air is not clean, so they have to buy clean air. You know. I think the corporate cheap labor advantage will move to Africa. Cheap labor. Well, I mean, you know, you got to understand that before countries got on for real, cheap labor was a thing. In the United States, it was slavery. In China, it was. In North Korea, it's the fact that they're just making people go to their state-owned workplaces. You know what I'm saying? And labor away. Like, there's all kinds of things. China is a threat to U.S. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Always has been.
You know, and that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. Fucking, there are ways that can hurt us that has nothing to do with us dying in the process of it happening. Like a nuclear bomb goes off. Yeah, that could wipe out a lot of stuff, but that also messes up the earth. You know, and then we're gonna nuke them right back. But if you set off a nuke way out in space and the electromagnetic pulse comes down over us, then, you know, hey,
Blackout.
It's a blackout. Now what? My question is, are we prepared? I'm not worried about the politics. You guys are worried about the politics. I'm talking about what's going on at your house. You know what I'm saying? Do you have bullets? Do you have a way to create energy without, you know, whatever? You know, Trump is good for America. Hey, if you believe it, bro. You know, I don't care. My thing is this, like, I think that you have to be prepared on your own, you know, because Trump doesn't give a fuck about you. Let's keep that real. Let's keep that real. Okay, none of these people in their suits, if something was to go down, Trump is getting whisked away to some safe location, whether he's president or not. Trump is a billionaire. Okay, guess what? If you're watching my channel, you're not. Period. So at the end of the day, we have to worry about us. Okay, we are the 99%. We are the people who are going to suffer the most because, you know, now he's president. He can get whisked away. All these congressmen and all these other people, these millionaires, people who run Halliburton and all these other places, they got money, bro. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about us. Okay, who's gonna look out for us? Nobody. We have to do it. So you have to start preparing now for things that could possibly go wrong. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Do you even have something cheap like a gas mask? You know, I'm not talking down to you. I'm asking because these are things I think about I need to get for myself. You know, as wonderful, our wonderful military is built up to fight and will not be defeated. Listen, man, I love my brothers and sisters in arms. I'm a veteran myself, but what the fuck does that got to do with me being hungry over the next week if the grid goes down and there's no food to buy? You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. Don't get me wrong. I understand the big picture thing you're trying to say, but you have to survive while our wonderful military is handling shit. You see what I'm saying? And if the power goes out, your ass is going to be hungry. And your civilized neighbors are going to get real uncivilized when their kids get to crying. You know? That's what I'm saying. You know, we are the government and we are here to help. Yeah, well, we are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. You know, they've seen a thing or two, so they know a thing or two. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't look into these contingency plans, you're going to be looking for these resources when shit hits the fan, and now you're SOL. Right or wrong, though? Right or wrong, though? Let's keep it real. You know, people look at me like, Brown, you're a conspiracy theorist, bro. None of this is ever going to happen. Okay. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. But they said the same thing in Ireland, and then the potatoes went bad. You see what I'm saying? They said the same thing in Venezuela. Then hyperinflation hits, and now you need a whole wheelbarrow of cash to go get a loaf of bread. You see what I'm saying? I'm 20 pounds heavy. I will be okay. Yeah, you'll be all right until you realize that there's no water, and your 20-pound ass ain't gonna do you no good when you don't. In 3 days, it's the rule of threes. 3 days without food, 3 weeks. 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, 3 minutes without air. You're dead. The rule of threes are a real thing, you know. Appreciate that, Jay Walker. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that, you know, what's going on in politics, am I for Trump, am I away from Trump, am I with Brexit, or whatever the hell they got going on in Europe. I don't care about none of that. I'm talking about right here in your little bubble. Are you ready for potential catastrophe? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You know, pull a couple dollars out the bank and stick them in the stash, in small bills, you know, stuff like that. Because one day you're going to take your little juju card with the chip in it to the ATM, and it's going to say out of order or some kind of, if there's power, you know, it's gone. We're truckers. We know that all these goods and stuff is delivered on a just-in-time basis. There's only enough food in your local neighborhood Walmart to last like 4 days. You understand? If that. So this is what I'm saying. You know, if you don't look at these things now, then when things hit the fan, what are you prepared to do? You know? Then you got to think about your mental state. Are you prepared for the quiet? You understand how quiet it's going to be when shit stops running? That in itself can drive people nuts. You be sitting there like, man, it is like, I can hear ant piss on cotton. Like, it is quiet. You know? These are the things I'll be talking about. People like, oh man, Shooter, you're a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, everybody's a conspiracy theorist. I bet you there was a couple Jewish conspiracy theorists until Hitler rode down the street. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you gotta do what you gotta do now to start prepping now while the bullets are cheap, okay, and the food is available. Okay, like I said, you can get on Amazon, you can order pallets of water, like a whole pallet, okay, like 50 cases for like 400 bucks. Order that shit, stick it in the garage, get yourself a storage room, stick it in there, something, do something though. You know what I mean? Do you have like emergency noodles? Like, it's little stuff. You ain't, look, I'm sorry, at the end of the day, you want to have energy, you want to live healthy and all that, but bitch, I just need something to eat. If I'm starving, give me a cup of noodles. You know what I mean? Like, I just need something, you know? But what about animals? What about animals? You know? You are giving people once in a lifetime advice, and I thank you for it. Appreciate it, Charlie. You're the fucking man. 2 days max at Walmart, and they're working to reduce the volume they hold on to be more streamlined. I'm telling you, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, Sam's right. Please watch Canadian Prepper. He gives you these little food for thoughts. What to do when the grid goes down. You know what I mean? What to look out for. You know, he's a prepper, man. He does all this stuff. I'm just a guy who, you know, goes out and looks at this information. I bring it back to you guys so you can do your own research. You know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Now, if you got pets, you know, and look, you got to prioritize, okay? You got to prioritize, because I'm going to be honest with you, there ain't nothing I won't eat. If I'm hungry enough, shit, I love my dog, but you know, I'm not going to starve to death with him. It is what it is, you know.
Get him neutered and you have a whole breed every now and then.
Yeah, you know. Do you know how to hunt? Do you have things to hunt with? Do you even? Most people don't even know how to fish. Let's just keep that real. We're living in the spoon-fed age. You know, we're living in the spoon-fed age. You know, it is what it is, man. I'm sorry. People look at me and they say things like, "Oh, damn, shooter, you eat the dog?" Da, 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 da. Listen, bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Okay, I ain't starving to death. I'm put it like that. You know, you better start stocking up. Canned foods, freeze-dried foods, things to fish with, hunting rifles, snares. Learn how to snare, know how to make a fire, know how to create. Because don't get me wrong, all this stuff at the house is cool as long as you can stay in the house. But what if you gotta leave? You know, what if you gotta leave? What if you have to go? What if there's like some Red Dawn shit going on, and now, oh snap, you know, there's Russians falling out of the sky? You know what I mean? I don't know, you know, but you got to have different locations and bug out places. There's a million what ifs, man. All I'm saying is pick a disaster type and prepare for it. Prepare for something, you know. A lot of people sit and they just think, like, you don't understand how, when I say stay woke, you don't understand how many sleep people there are out here. You know what I mean? These people are asleep. They're worried about stupid shit. You know, they're sitting there watching Vines and shit. They're sitting there doing all kinds of silly stuff. And they think that you're going to be able to go to Walmart when the power goes out. It's not happening. You know?
It's an EMP blast and even your car's out.
Yeah, your car's out. Think about that. You don't even have a bicycle. You know what I mean? You got a fucking skateboard. You got any way to get around? What do you got? You know,
Think about us on the truck. We'd be on the road.
Yeah.
Shit goes off. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly. Exactly. I got emergency water under the bunk. I got emergency food in this motherfucker. Like, if at the very least, we could last in this bitch for like a week. You feel me? Until I can go out and do what I got to do to get me some food. You know what I mean? Straight up. You know, what kinds of things that you should have on your truck? You know, you should have water that you're not going to drink until maybe something goes really, really wrong, or have enough water that if something does really go wrong, that you can survive for a little while and figure out what's going on. Do you have a shortwave radio? Do you have, you know, solar powered phone chargers or whatever? I mean, whatever. Think about, I mean, I'm just saying, y'all, I don't know what you need. I'm just saying, think about this for yourself. You know, think about this for yourself. You know, so he said, you're in a reefer truck, you'll get raided on day 4. That's another thing. People laugh at that. People do laugh at that, but you got to understand something. They know that most truckers don't even carry weapons. You know? What do you think is going to happen when shit hits the planetary fan and you're sitting on 40,000 pounds of chicken? Okay? You think people don't know that we carrying food around? We carry the food. You know? You fresh out of Tyson, you think there's not going to be an angry mob? You know? You better think about these things. You are target. If you're a reefer driver, you're target number 1 when it comes to trucking. It is what it is. Nobody's gonna fucking hijack your flatbed truck for your steel pipe. You know what I mean? They might, but they're gonna. I mean, but they're gonna be looking for food trucks. You know? Straight up. It is what it is. It says they have toilet paper. You can get 1,000 shrunken tablets in a jar that open up when you wet them. Saw that on Canadian Prepper. Yeah, those toilet paper tablets, those are good too, man. You fucking take, it's like a little, about like maybe this big, about the size of a nickel, but about as thick as 5 nickels. Okay, 5, 6 nickels. Drop it in the water, it comes out, it absorbs the water, and it's a big old towel after that. Like, I'm telling you. Said, shooter, you get me all wound up. Hey, man, I'm just saying, you know, you got to stay woke, okay? You got to stay woke. You better be on the lookout, all right, for what's going on out here. Because it's real. It's real. You know? He says, I stack cash, silver, guns, bullets, and food. Always packing. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yep. So, you know, 5 stack of nipples. Yeah. About as 5 stack of nipples. I'm telling you. He said, when shit hits the fan, then they'll know. Yeah. You'll be amazed at what will come out of the woodwork. The most evil of all evil. Yeah. Think about this. They call it a WROL, without rule of law. Okay, because the only thing that's keeping your neighborhood psychopath at bay is the fact that he knows that he can go to jail. You know what I mean? But what do you do when there's no rules? People's dormant personalities, those dormant aggressions. I'm talking about people who rob, murder, rape, all kinds of shit. You know, you better have guns and shit. You better train your wife, you know? You better train your kids how to protect themselves. You know what I mean? Get off the fucking video game, okay? Because this ain't Call of Duty. You need to go outside. We're going to the range today. We're going to go shooting today. I'm going to show you how to drive the car. I'm going to show you all these things because they're going to have to know these things, because guess who's front lining it when shit hits the fan? Dad. Okay? I got to be out there on the front line. I'm not immortal. Somebody pops me off. You got to be able to fucking survive. I want you to be able to know shit. You know? I'm telling you, man. I want you to be able to know how to do things. I want you to be able to know how to shoot. I want you to be able to know how to hunt. I want you to be able to know all these things. I want you to be able to know how to fight. I want you to be able to know what to look for before some shit pops off. You know? Look how people get all shifty-eyed, you know? You better look around and see what's going on. You better understand body language. Like, there's a lot of things that go into survival that are lost to this generation, my generation, the generation before that. Because there's a saying, okay? The saying is this: bad times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. And weak men create bad times. I'm gonna let that marinate. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna let that marinate. You know. What about armor? There are places you can go to get body armor, military surplus stores. There's civilian legal body armor out there that you can get. You know, you can get body armor for either a flak jacket or even a plate carrier with the plates. Check out your local military surplus store. You know, the crazy old man with the veteran hat that runs the store that you don't want to talk to, or you see him on the street, you think he's nuts. He has all the shit, okay? He's a fucking gun hobbit, all right? He's a gear hobbit. He has all the gear you need, all right? If you live in Las Vegas, there's a place you can go called Hans, military surplus store. They have all kinds of truck driver shit in there, you know? I'm telling you. Weapons are fought in war, but they're won by men. Okay, something like that. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, you gotta be prepared for these things. You know, I'm telling you, you better teach your kids how to shoot. You know, and if shit hits the fan, why don't they have their own weapons? Might as well hook them up. I got 2 kids. I'm about to get them their own rifles. You see what I'm saying? Are they gonna be 5.56? Probably not. You know, a couple AR style 22s though. You know, train them up, get them ready, and then as they get a little older, if nothing happens, I'll upgrade them to the 5.56 big boy joints. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know, so you gotta look into all these things. These things are not, you know, are not to be taken lightly. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that, you know, you should obsess over these things. All I'm saying is that you should really think about it and see what you can do to maintain some type of continuity of your defense system if something was to go down. Because, I mean, shit, even now, calling the police is a joke. Let's just keep that real. You know, the police don't save you from nothing. The police comes there with the tape and to figure out what happened after the fact. Cops don't fucking stop you from getting murdered. Cops don't stop you from getting raped. You know? Cops try to figure out what happened and who did it, but they don't stop it from happening. So, you know, you come to my house and that bullshit, I got a fucking 12 gauge waiting on your ass, and the cops can come and scrape you up with the man spatula. I don't care about none of that shit. You know? Yeah, small game, rabbits, squirrels, and not even just hunting them. You gotta know how to clean them. How do you get the meat? How do you cut it? How you cut the doggone deer open and everything so all the guts fall out without puncturing the stomach sac and the intestines and all this stuff, mess up your meat. You know, there's a way to do it. All this stuff is on YouTube. You know, cook, catch, clean. Just put that in YouTube. I mean, catch, cook, clean. Yeah, catch, clean, cook. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. You see what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. You know,
figure it out.
And that's just what it is. If you have a hatchet, you know, and all you got is a hatchet, it could be used as a weapon. You know, it could be used to help chop wood and make kindling to help yourself survive. But a hatchet by itself, you know, unless you're skilled at doing stuff with it, then you're not really going to be that well off. You know, you need a hatchet. You're going to need, you know, other stuff too. You know, some way to make fire. You know, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, you gotta prepare yourself and prepare your family for that type of situation. Run drills at your house, how to get out of the house. You know, you should run fire drills. You should run intruder drills. What's going on? How do you communicate? There should be a family code. How do I, you know, say certain things over the phone if somebody's in there with me? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, it's little shit, you know? Shit hit the fan, people are gonna try to come take your preps. Yeah, people are gonna try. That's why the first thing you should prepare to do is protect yourself. You know? I'm telling you. Like I said, man, it's all about training. It's all about training. It's all about getting yourself mentally prepared. Because you can have a fucking pistol pointed at somebody who's trying to kill you. If you ain't got the heart to pull that trigger, you're fucking short. You know what I'm saying? It's over for you. You know? So take time to think about these things, man. I just wanted to drop by. I've been on here for about an hour. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. He said hatchet can be used for a lot of things other than making kindling. Of course. You know. Shoot, you ever watch that movie The Road? No, I'm gonna check it out though. You know. But yeah, I'm ordering my Kodiak soon. Yeah, there's certain things I talked about in this video if you missed it. Okay? Think about the noiseless, emission-free energy generator called a Kodiak. Inergy. Inergy makes a thing called a Kodiak, okay? And it's Kodiak. All right. First of all, just go to Canadian Prepper. He did a whole review on it. That and the power film solar panels and things like that. So go to Canadian Prepper's channel, you know, and be like, okay, cool. Shooter Brown's paranoid ass, sit me here. You see what I'm saying? Put that in the comments section, you know. But yeah, check it out, man. Stay focused, and you got to stay woke out here. I'm Shooter Brown, man. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel. If you like all that, hit the like button, man. You know, I know I'm all over the place, but I'm working on it.